Hey, Melissa and everyone. Wanted to answer the question about what can you automate or send to a virtual assistant. And I would say it's pretty much, there's very little limit as to what you can send to a virtual assistant, but I'd say the quality of what you get back is going to differ depending on who you send it to and what their skills are. So I would say the first thing to do is figure out how much or what bothers you. What are the things that are the low value tasks in your life and things that you can easily have someone else take care of or handle for you. So for me right now, I'm working on actually taking these videos and having them automatically posted everywhere we want them to, as well as transcribed, and then that transcription will turn into having a person turn that into content. So that's one thing. Anything that is fairly simple and doesn't require you should certainly be outsourced. And that could be anything from instead of calling a restaurant and making a reservation, sending it off to someone. But a lot of that is small stuff. I think that one of the key things that I've been sort of thinking probably too much about is what I'm calling automation zero, which is automating having leads come in and having the outbound lead generation handled by someone else. And I say that for two reasons. One is it creates revenue, and by creating revenue, it's something that there's a measurable return on investment. And then also number two is it's something that most companies are fairly poor at, quite honestly, especially at the smaller scale, let's say sub $5 to $10 million. They don't really do as great a job as they could at creating inbound leads. So that's kind of, I think, the first thing that has value to have someone help you with. So that could be figuring out what the most important relationships are, whether it's reaching out to every roofer in the area, reaching out to to sales prospects in any form, and having that automated, because likely the tasks are lower value in terms of getting there, but the results are a lot larger. I would say that the one thing that I wouldn't outsource is things that you are best at. So for like right now, like outsourcing the creation of this video would probably not be that easy, but outsourcing everything else would likely be fairly simple for me to do, which is why I do it. That's why I'm speaking, and then essentially I have Daniel and Kerry and Aaron and Abby, taking care of making sure everything else works. And if we get even fancier, we can have Ganesh jump in and do some more complex automation stuff. But I am creating the content because that is something that uniquely I can do and I'm able to do, whereas the other stuff is not the highest and best use of my time. And I say that because that's what I believe to be true. But yeah, so I mean, other than that, I would say like you're in a pretty safe territory to get rid of, to outsource, to have someone else take care of it. But I think that the one thing that's critical is as you outsource, create the feedback loops and create the checks in the system to make sure that things are working. And that is something that sometimes things fall through the cracks before you figure out what checks need to be in place and what checks and balances should be there and need to be there. So let me know what your thoughts are, and I'm happy to help you.